how to set goals and why they are so important. Welcome! My name is Anton from Coding Rich. Let me tell you a story. Around 4 years ago, when I learned the profession of a programmer, I was in the middle of my apprenticeship and I became very depressed. I was going to work and I was thinking why am I here? Should I maybe quit? What's the point of this all? And I became more like a zombie than a human being, and even my colleagues noticed it and were asking me hey, are you alright? Hey, are you okay? And I was in that state for several months until I read a great book. Those steps I'm going to talk about, I didn't invent them. I learned them from Napoleon Hill from his book Think and Grow Rich, which he published in 1937. So you have here a very long secret way on how to set goals, and you will see it works. I give my word to it. And the first page, the first chapter about this book, he was analyzing what makes people really happy and what makes them unhappy. And that was a very interesting chapter. That guy said the main point to become happy as a human being is to have a goal you're going to, you're striving for, you're working on. And if you don't have a goal, if you're walking around aimlessly in life, then you become a zombie and unhappy. And that was bam, very interesting. Let's prove that. Let's experiment with it. And when I went to my job the next day, I just sat down, I took a piece of paper and a pen, and I wrote down very simple things today I will do this little programming task and I will finish it by 3 p.m. I worked on it. I didn't finish the goal, but I realized how much fun it was and how right it feels to have that energy aimed towards something useful. And from then on, I always make sure to have a goal that I'm aiming for. Sometimes I have 2 or 3 goals, and I can only recommend everyone to have at least one main goal in life. But how do you set goals? If you ask people hey, what's your goals for the next year? You will often hear I want to be happier, I want to make more money, I want to lose some weight, I want to become more muscular, I want to find a nice girl or boyfriend. Something like that. And you will hear the stuff every year from that person and they won't change much, and it will repeat on itself, and I'm sure you also witnessed something like that. So setting goals is not really easy if you don't know how to set them. So let me help you with that. There's just a few simple steps you have to follow. Step number 1. Decide what your goal is. I don't care what it is. You want to have $1 million, you want to find a nice girl or boyfriend, you want to lose 30 kilograms, you want to become more muscular, you want to become the world champion. Once you thought of something useful, then think about it. Why do you want to achieve that? How would that change your life? For example, I once wanted to become the world champion in a sport called memorization. It's some niche sport where you have to memorize numbers, pictures, words and stuff. Pretty funny, and I was training for it, and then I realized what's the point of it? It's not really that interesting to me. And when I have achieved it, what then? How did it benefit my life? Except from saying hey, I have a world championship title. It's pretty cool, but I noticed how useless it was, and then I just changed my direction to something else. So think of something useful and think of why you want to achieve that. Saying I want to lose weight, I want to make more money, I want to become rich, that's not goals, it's just wishful thinking without any direction again. You need to make it measurable. You need to be able to say, yes, this is the point, I achieved it. When you say you want to be rich, you can have $1 million and think no, I need $10 million. And then once you have 10, you want 100 and so on, you get the point. So make it measurable, put a number to it. Step number 2, set a deadline. Think about when you want your goal to be achieved and write it down. Step number 3, write down what you will give to achieve that goal. For example, write down that you will put at least 3 hours every day to achieve that goal. or 10 hours per week, or you will attend some special classes, and you get the point. Write down what you will offer. Step number 4, write down the plan. It's a good thing that you know what you will give, what your goal is, and when your deadline is. But now you need to formulate a plan, a specific plan on how you want to achieve your goal, step by step. You need it so that you can follow it, so that you know what steps to take, and not just wander around not knowing what to do. Take your time, write it down, and once you've finished it, we will go to step number 5. Write your goal down, your deadline, what you will offer, and your plan as concise and short as possible in just 1, 2, or 3 sentences. Step number 6 now is, in the morning and in the evening, you read those short sentences about what you want to achieve, until when, and so on. And you try to feel as if you have achieved it. This is the most important step of them all, actually. And you do that right after you woke up and right before you go to bed. Because then you're energized during the day and your mind is occupied during the night with your goal. So, when you stand in front of your writings, say it out loud twice a day, and don't forget to feel it. Only then it will work. Only then you put some energy into it and make it something real. It may sound esoteric or a little strange, but just try it out. It really works. I've done it so many times, and nearly always phenomenal results, and the goal is achieved. Now, one important thing I have to mention is that it's very hard to formulate a plan. If you want to achieve something big, you might want to start a cool company selling chips or something like that, and you never had a company, you never learned how to do it, and you don't know how to formulate the plan. It doesn't really matter, just formulate one and follow it, and when you notice it's not working, you still have the option to rearrange, to reformulate the plan, and that's necessary, and that will happen, of course. So there's no shame, and that's actually good. So when you do those steps, you will notice your life will improve dramatically. You will live your energy, your life forces become reawakened, and you will feel joyful, you will feel great and fantastic. Just try it out and you will see. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just try it out and let me know in the comments how it's going, where your obstacles are, or your great results that you hopefully achieve. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, see you. Goodbye.